Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Vehicle Addicts YouTube channel. I know it's been a while since I've made a post, which is why I wanted to shoot this video and give you guys a quick update on everything that's been going on. I do have a lot of videos shot that need to be edited, and I've kind of been slacking on the editing front, not gonna lie. So that's kind of why you guys haven't seen a video in a while. But just a quick update. I've sold a couple of parts and bought a couple more for some other projects. As you guys may or may not know, I got a big block swap that's gonna be coming up. And I'm not exactly sure what vehicle it's going to go into, but I think I'm going to keep the 98 V6 and I'll probably go into that. So look forward to that in a future video, probably months down the road, but that will be coming to the channel. And right now, kind of what I'm working on is cleaning the shop. It seems like a never-ending process as it seems to get dirtier faster than I can clean it. So that's kind of what I'm working on today, because I got to unload a pallet that my sister brought all the way from Pennsylvania. I'll show you guys that here in another video. Maybe even make an Instagram post about that. I'm kind of excited about that stuff, but we'll leave that for another one. Kind of what I'm going to be working on is I want to get the yellow parts Mach 1 in the shop here, and I'm actually going to be hooking the 4.6 liter 6-bolt engine back up to it, make sure that everything runs good with it, because I redid the timing system. You may or may not have seen that in this video. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, so we're going to be bringing that car in here, hooking this engine setup back up, make sure that everything runs good. And once that's done, we're going to go ahead and pull all the electronics out of it. I bought a NOS X3 SCT scan or tuner, and I got a catless mid pipe setup that came off of my 01 GT convertible, and that one's going to be what I'm using on this one. So I got to delete the rear O2s, and I'm hoping that I can delete the PAT system with it. If I can't, that's fine. I'll just go ahead and pull all the locks, you know, whole harness out of the dash, everything. Basically pull everything out of that 03 Mach 1, swap it over to the 01 GT, and Bob's your uncle. And then you still have the PAT system. The security system still works with it. You don't have to worry about somebody stealing your car. You still got the security system. So anyway, there's that. So that's pretty much where I'm at right now. I'm going to go ahead and flip the video around, give you a walkthrough of the actual engine setup. I think I have a couple of clips of me actually working on it, / putting the transmission and stuff on it. So hopefully I can put that in here, but if not, it'll be a short video for you guys. So here we go. And I bought these brackets from Stubby Fabworks to where I can actually just mount it on the ground, and it's supposedly rated to hold the engine and transmission. And I'm going ahead and getting these mounted up. And just a couple of things in case you guys have 4.6s that you're buying these for, or Coyotes or whatever. They don't work with the factory dipstick in, at least not with this 4.6 4-valve. So I actually ended up lucking out. I had the bolts from my 6.7 exhaust manifold with the original spacers. So I used those spacers and those bolts. I just needed 2 washers to make sure the threads didn't bottom out and actually mount it tight. And then I went to my local hardware store, which is Runnings for me. I bought this plate to mount on the inside. I've had issues where this could be too thin and it'll actually bend. I've had that on snowmobile dollies and stuff. So anyway, I got that. I got some nuts. I got some washers for it. And then I got these wheels to roll it around as well. So the nice part about spacing it off the block like that is it actually adds a little bit of width, which should make it a little bit more stable. Because my ultimate plan is to bring the yellow parts Mach 1 in here, get the flywheel, transmission, everything on it, slide it underneath the car, get it running again like I had in the original video where I ran it on the channel, and do the same thing just to make sure that all the timing system stuff that we did is good. It's not throwing any codes or nothing other than the O2 code, of course, because it's not going to have O2 sensors in it. But just verify that it runs and everything's good and stuff. So that's kind of what we got planned today. I got to flip it around, start doing the other side. I've been cleaning up the holes a little bit with a file and stuff. They got some burrs on the inside there, and then getting these plates in there. I just bought this, I don't know what it is, like inch wide and like 4 foot long piece of steel, and then it fits in there perfectly. Cut her to shape, drill 2 holes, put it in there, and I'm just kind of finger tightening these wheels on as much as possible because I can't get a wrench to the inside of there. So I just basically put a file in here to hold the nut, and then I just torqued it as much as I could with my hand. So that's all I'm doing. I'm gonna get this flipped over, get the other side on, and yeah, that's where I'm at. Alrighty, ladies and gents, I can't remember what I filmed last, so just going to give you a quick update on what we're doing here. We're working on the 4.6 liter 6-bolt engine that's going to be going in the white GT. I finally got the alignment dowels for the back of the block. my brothers and I got everything mocked up on the engine, and then I realized that the block was missing the alignment dowels, so pulled everything back off. We also got a new clutch fork pivot stud. The other one had some grooves worn in it, and I wasn't comfortable with it, and since I already had to order alignment dowels, I just decided to go ahead and order that too. So anyway, I'm going to stop the video here. I'm going to go ahead and pound them alignment dowels in, get that backing plate on the dowels, get the transmission lifted up and in place, and get everything bolted together and work on getting a starter onto the situation. And hopefully here soon we can get the engine in the actual white GT. I'm also going to be pulling in my black 01 convertible, taking a look at that exhaust. I kind of need a mid-pipe situation for the white GT, so I might just steal it from the 01 convertible for now just to make it a little bit cheaper. I'm kind of short on cash right now. So anyway, that's where I'm at. I'll show you guys once I get everything together. Alrighty, ladies and gents, we got the transmission all bolted up. Got the wires ran a little bit. Got these ones back on the clips. I'm not sure what I'm going to do here yet. Some of these clips are a little damaged, so I think I might just cut them off and then zip tie them through the holes. Got the cross member bolted on. Got the shifter cleaned out. And now I had an NGW shifter I was going to throw on the G-Force TR3650, but I think I'm just going to turn around and throw it on this one instead, just to test out if I like the short shifter or not. But right now, I'm pulling it apart to clean it out because it was a marketplace find and it's pretty dirty. So you just pull this top plate off, it just unbolts, 4 bolts, and then you pull this up, but you got to be careful because you got your springs. And they got a little detent on the bottom there. Let me see if I can pop this one out. And if you're not careful, you'll pull it up and you'll lose these little detents in the springs. So pull it up nice and gentle, get your spring out. And now I'm going to go ahead and wipe all this old grease off, clean it out real good, get some new grease in there, make sure it's nice and clean when we go back together. Also got to clean all the RTV silicone off the bottom. And then I'll probably replace these lock rings or lock washers, because they're pretty well crushed. Clean up all the threads on everything. And I also got to clean the threads up for the shifter itself to mount the base to the transmission, because we got a bunch of silicone left over on these bolts. So we'll get those all cleaned up, replace those lock washers as well, and away we roll. And then we'll be filling up with trans fluid, fill it up with engine oil, and I'll pull the 01 convertible in here and go ahead and get that exhaust off so I can hook the exhaust up. And I'm hoping to hook up all the O2 sensor stuff, get everything hooked up. So when we're ready to put it in the car, I basically just pull it off these engine stands, throw it on the K-member, and just lift it right up into the car. And hopefully everything works that way to where it makes it easier to do everything. That way I can put all the exhaust on out of the car, all the fluids, everything, you know, because adding trans fluid and stuff sometimes can be a pain. So yeah, we'll get everything done and away we go. So I'm going to get to working on that shifter. See you guys in a minute. So here's the beauty in all our making with the engine stand. I do have videos of me putting it on the stand, and I really like these. So I'll go ahead and put that clip in here after I'm done shooting this, walk around. But yeah, we got the front cover on, all the accessory stuff on, harness back on. We got 3 quarts of transmission fluid in there right now. I didn't want to put the full 4 in there just because it's going to leak out of the tail shaft without having the drive shaft in there. And so yeah, I just put 3 quarts in there just so that way when it's spinning, it's not going to damage anything in there. We got a JLT intake off of Facebook Marketplace for a pretty smoking deal. It's for a 99 to 01 Cobra, which will work perfect for the 01 GT project. Got brand new O2 sensors for the primary. Got the NOS X3 SCT tuner. Got an extra drain plug just for, you know, having it on hand for if I ever damage one, I can throw it in the next engine or whatever. Got plugs for the rear O2s. I got a brand new exhaust gasket, brand new cover for the clutch fork, a couple of miscellaneous hardware things, the original MAF sensor that was in the 03 Mach 1, and ECU that was in that car as well. I decided to put the MGW shifter on it, and I got a couple of clips of me cleaning that up, I believe. It was pretty dirty, so I pulled it completely apart, cleaned it up, re-greased it, so that's ready to go. I decided to use that NGW shifter because it was really cold outside and I really didn't feel like swapping shifters from the TR3650 that G-Force built. So I'll just go ahead and utilize that stock shifter setup with that one. So anyway, there's that. I got the transmission mounted on with the McLeod dual disc setup with the 6-bolt steel flywheel from them. brand new hardware. I did have to pull the trans back off because I actually forgot that backing plate. So I pulled that off and then put this one back on. I don't think I have the starter on yet. I do not. So I still got to go pull that out of the trailer and get that on. I got new mounting hardware for that. Still got to put the fill plug back in the transmission here. I was cleaning it up and my Dremel actually died, so I couldn't finish cleaning up the sealant that was on there. And yeah, that's kind of where we're at with the 6-bolt engine setup. I think I actually have another video of all the big block Ford stuff, but just to quickly go over it, we got pretty much everything for the oil pan setup. We got valve covers, we got air cleaner, we got carburetor, we got flywheel. So pretty much what we're waiting on now is I have to get QuickTime bell housing for it. I have to get a clutch system for it. And I did want to do aluminum heads and all that, and cam and all that stuff. But I think for now, to leave it as a budget swap per se, I'm going to leave the original heads and stuff on there just to make it a little bit cheaper. It is going to be substantially heavier because you drop about like 100 pounds or 70 pounds or something when you swap to aluminum heads and that sort of deal. So that's kind of a bummer, but yeah. So it's, for those of you that don't know, it's a big block 429 that my dad's had in the shop for a while. It's a, I believe a 68 or 69 when I decoded the actual VIN on it. So it's the high compression setup, but which is honestly a plus because that means it's got more compression and will make a little bit more power. So that's probably going to be going in the 98 V6 here soon. My brother and I are working on getting a house right now. So I don't know how fast these projects are going to end up getting done. The white GT I should be able to do because I basically have everything. The only thing I have left to order is once I know that everything runs good, I'm going to go ahead and order a brand new AC system kit from LMR. They got a setup there for like 480 bucks that comes with everything from your condenser to the dryer to the compressor to all that stuff. So I'm probably going to go ahead and utilize that kit just so the AC system's fresh in there. We also got the wheels that we got to do for it. I got the Kenny Brown subframe connectors and jacket rails that need to go on that car too. And all the electronic stuff needs to be swapped from the 03 Mach 1, and then that'll be good to go. So that'll be kind of what we're getting in here next and what we're working on. So like I was telling you, we'll pull the parts car in here, get everything hooked up, running good, pull all the electronics out of it, pull all the parts off of that shell that I need to sell, and then that shell can actually be scrapped. I need room in my trailers, and I really don't have a need for a shell that has a, what do you call it? It was turned into insurance, so it's basically a non-fixable vehicle, whatever they call it when they report it. So anyway, I really don't need that shell. So pull all the good parts off of it, sell it, make as much money as a guy can, and then haul the shell in for scrap. And then I got more room in my trailer to put one of my cars that are sitting outside in the trailer. So there's that. So that's what I got for you guys right now for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and catch you guys in another one. Peace.